live because it's a bit laggy on my phone.
There we are. We are live.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and welcome to a scene for Odessa the Dark Crusade, Season 2. Here we are in the outskirts of Odessa at the midpoint of the evening. It's it's uh, it's dark enough as the winter fades into summer to uh, slowly reveal Thorvald arriving uh, in the distance on a black stallion. He's followed by a small pack of what look to be like mastiff dogs on either side of the horse. And he's wearing his black armor as pictured. And he's riding towards Gutria, who is meeting him at the edge of town. That's how we start the scene.
Yeah, Gutria for her heart. She's well, she's not a fighter at heart, but she's been getting more and more jobs of going out by herself, finding her own 2 feet from not hiding under her mistress's gaze, skirt, whatever you want to call it. More and more these days, but yeah, she is supposed to meet Cobalt and wish him welcome.
You see him coming into the distance. He approaches and dismounts from his horse and approaches her and reaches for her hand.
She does a very curtsy and a very esteemed curtsy, and she says, "Ah, master, um, please, can I take your horse?"
He kisses her hand. He says, "Hello, little bird. Please."
She almost blush, or she just blush, and she's almost uh like taken aback by this attention. She just says, "Oh, you are too kind. Please let me help you."
He will lift her onto the horse, so she can ride it, and he will walk.
And she will not really know what to do about this. This is um, and she just smiles, and we'll probably
Well,
let her be.
yeah, he will just say, "Women are sacred." Understand this concept, as our mother is sacred, and then he'll just say no more about the subject and walk into town.
Hmm. And Gutria will get over the shock, and she will be slightly embarrassed, but also quite proud of riding horse, being almost chauffeured through town.
And he'll lead the horses to their haven. Um, and I assume there's some sort of stable.
Hmm.
Um, and the dogs go into the kennel part of the stable. Um, you notice that Torvald's dog is with him. He's sort of heading the pack, and there's two other like slightly larger mastiff-looking dogs with sort of screwed-up faces that look a little bit dopey. Like his dog is like quite sharp, but the other two are like, no,
Hmm.
okay, we'll lay down here and they just lay down. And he will help Gutria down and then walk into the haven.
As you get in, uh, there is the normal um, things that are around that you've seen before. But there are also some maps of the city, and at a certain point, uh, Madeline is actually sitting. She's reading. She seems to have been noting things on the map. But as soon as she hears the door, she will just close the book, get up, and a smile, a very wide and quite natural smile will form her. Ah, my love, it's
He
good to see
walks
you again.
he walks towards her and he'll kneel and take her hands and kiss them. Mistress.
She will just put a finger out, just on the side of his face. Will guide it, slowly but surely guide it towards her mouth and kiss her.
How are
Well,
you?
indeed. I am good.
Good.
There has been a couple of developments since you left,
I
but
got your letter. I I was acquiring new hounds.
I understand. It is quite alright. But you should know a couple of things. First
He'll
of all,
he stands.
you are now standing not in the Somber domain, not in anyone, no, not in no man's land. You are standing in a city that has a prince, and the area next to this that was or still is in the merchants district next to the river, including this building, is now my personal domain.
Mm. The ladder has been climbed, I see. He smiles.
Well,
I understand that we received a new prince just before I left. Out of character, I've forgotten her name.
hmm,
In character, he's like, he just seems to nod.
you might like her,
I'm sure I will. Correct things in the correct order.
of course. One thing I have seen to her is that seems to be more focused on results than conventions.
Mm.
Something I can appreciate.
Well, you seem to have gained her good favour so far, as if I should be surprised.
Hmm. I did not take that sizable a chunk.
He wanders behind her to a goblet and pours himself a glass. And pours her a glass as well. And
Well,
hands it to her and takes a sip from his.
I have been thinking though.
Mm.
My actions, my attention is split between two cities.
Mm.
I wonder if this is a sustainable thing. Ulrich has many competent people in his inner circle.
Thorvald pulls a face. A face that says, I suppose so.
If I were to focus on this city, I would not have to be absent.
Exactly. I really think that I've thought for a while that it's time for you to evolve past Ulrich's cloak. But you know how I feel about the order of things in life, my love.
Quite so.
One cannot lead from a position of beneath, and that's how I feel about Ulrich, despite your respects for him.
Mhm. And I respect your opinion. But I think, if we will allow it, of course, that we move to a position where I am still, of course, a respected member of the court, but no longer seneschal. I fear that it takes too much time for my workings in this city and the workings of our future.
Hmm. He nods, runs fingers over his trim beard. He's neatened up. He's cut his hair short, and his beard's trimmed. It's obvious he's been somewhere where he couldn't look scruffy.
However, our she looks Guthrie has by this point has left. Our child has been moved by mother. It drew too much attention.
I understand. He was drawing much attention in various areas. His
One of
hung his hunger was is immense.
quite so. But one of the people he seemed to gather the attention of was hmm, your primogen.
Mm. He raises a brow.
He called me out. He described me as somehow having corrupted his clan with the influence of the city. He said that, more aptly, more accurate, that the city had weakened his clan.
The arrogance of uneducated men.
Regardless, he seemed very cross with me, perhaps with my doings with his child, with you, and with this beast. He said that I was connected,
And
and I told him a most ridiculous thing,
it was.
that I had given birth to it.
He puts down his goblet.
A ludicrous suggestion, as he thought. So ludicrous, in fact, that he got very angry with me and, well, if I tell anyone of this, he promised me that he would hunt you down and kill you. For telling
Mm,
anyone of this meeting, you see, he frenzied on me. I survived.
I
Both,
will.
both your brothers, or cousins, I suppose. Both of the boys are fine. I managed to subdue him long enough for him to regain his composure, but he did tell me that if I told anyone of the meeting and what had happened, that he had lost his temper in a setting of, well, peaceful discussion, he would be aggressive, more aggressive than he is now.
Oh, really?
He also said that if you continue to be with me and I with you, that he would expel you from your clan.
The only question then, mistress, is in which order would you like me to break his bones?
For the moment, we do not need to worry ourselves too much.
I disagree. I think that this being dispelled from the gangle is of no consequence to me. Well, I've never really belonged. In which case, it is an empty threat. He has not the power of a sole decision to remove me from a whole clan. He's not the highest ranking member of the blood in the area. Let's say that.
Which is why I am quite confident that this will not be that much of a problem. If you wish a confrontation, of course, I would assist you in it. However, we should
Hmm.
proceed with caution,
I,
given the fact that we have a prince now.
it would satisfy me, but I don't believe that he deserves that lesson.
Very well.
Let's see how far he pushes it, and I will consult with my sire about it. She is strong, perhaps stronger than him in blood, if not in position. If anyone knows, if I trust anyone to maneuver as well as you, it would be Lucretia. Hmm. It might be time to make sure that some pieces are moved into the right places.
Perhaps.
Mm, well, you know, I grow impatient of silly games. I don't have time for long games of drawn out chess with people that believe that they're kings when they are merely pawns.
Hmm.
I, he
Honestly,
sits he sits down on the chair, looking, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say annoyed, but more bored.
I think he is more true to his blood, and when one is gangrel and truly in contact with one's blood, well, one has a very different perspective than most other kindred. Kenites,
He will not survive. He cannot adapt. He sticks to the
that's
woods. This place will not be woodland forever. You understand the passing of time. Wood will give way to walls and buildings and towers and empires, and he will find himself suffocated by the walls if he does not adapt to climb them. People that refuse to adapt fail to survive. He does not understand this concept of being gangrel. This is how we disagree. He sips his chalice.
I am so very proud of you, my love.
I had time to contemplate while I was away, in your absence.
Quite so, it seems. It does not mean that I am not proud of her. She smiles very widely, comes closer, drinks from her goblet.
Mm. Sitting in the ice puts fire in your veins. He smiles.
There are there are other devotees to our mother. They have recently been, well, targeted, I believe, by someone. The people directly targeted them have been taken care of, and I rescued those who had been kidnapped. However, I mean to look into the. I confronted a couple of preachers, a small chapel outside the city. Their direction and what should we call it? Focus on me was hmm, perplexing to me at first, but I do believe that there might be a very good explanation. Someone does not see our presence as a good thing. We
Well,
will have to educate them on, of course.
they are right in a sense, and they are wrong in a sense. It depends on your perspective of the order of things.
True.
He reaches across to see if he can pull her closer to him.
As she does so, she will uh, just, just step aside, just ever so slightly. She will just say, "Oh, I am sorry."
He smirks. Are we dancing now, are we?
I do not believe I have ever had the pleasure of dancing with you. Not in an official way. Not
Mm.
a band.
Mm. Would not be seemly, would it? He grins.
I would enjoy it.
You would.
Oh, yes. The more unseemly it would be, the better.
He draws a long sip from his chalice and sort of gently places it down again. Seems to be taking his time, watching her very carefully, with sort of a fixed look of curiosity. And so we have time to dance while the the pieces are being put in place, I think.
Oh, I should very much hope so. You have you are behind on some dancing, I believe.
Some.
A lot, but who is counting?
No one. He stands up. Well, I do believe that you've been quite busy enough and it might be time for some relaxation. Perhaps it's time for me to do some work. Put some pieces into place.
Quite so.
He takes off his gloves and lays them down on the table.
Well, well, that would be good relaxation. Perhaps you would express. It would be better to express how much you have missed me.
He smiles. Very well. Um, do you want to do this with dice, or do you just want me to tell you what I'm doing?
Well, probably like Madeline will probably not resist.
It's not going to be particularly gentle. But you've got fortitude now, so.
Yeah. What? Let's just, for the sake of it, let's just say what goes on? What happens?
Um, he there's a like he stands. He goes from being very tranquil to moving very suddenly, and he just grabs her and picks her up and throws her against the wall. Starts kissing her, but roughly enough that it would probably, if it was a mortal, it would probably break an arm. There's an impassioned amount of potence and strength behind it.
You will feel two fairly strong hands, considering it's Madeline. But well, then again, Madeline is very strong for other reasons.
Well, they both have potence.
Yeah, but like you will just feel like arms, one around your head and one around your chest. She is grabbing hold, and yeah, one could be mistaken for thinking that she might have missed you just as much.
This room's, I mean, he'll be very careful with the books, but this room's going to be a bit of a mess
She
afterwards.
seems to be totally okay with this.
Uh, things will be destroyed in this process. Not the books and the maps. He's careful. But, cups and chairs and plates.
Oh well. Again, Madeline seems cool with this. As this, and she will probably partake in it, let's be serious. But as this begins, I do believe that this scene will come to a close. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. Good night.